Hi, I'm Steve Lombardi, and this is your Legal Minute. This is in a series for doctors who have problems with the Iowa Board of Medicine. And today, what I'm going to tell you is how to save on attorney's fees. You can lower your legal bill to defend yourself with a complaint by the Iowa Board of Medicine by following a couple of recommendations that I'll give you. Okay, what's the first one? The first one is hire an attorney as soon as you can. Why? Because you're not going to dig a hole that you can't dig out of later on. One of the reasons, and probably the biggest reason, why litigation costs go up in these cases is because you've made statements to the Iowa Board of Medicine before you've spoken to an attorney, and you've admitted things and you've said things that you should not have said. You have admitted things you should not have admitted. Or you made statements before you had all the information and were prepared to give a legitimate answer. Now, you're a physician, you're a smart person. Your license is very important to you, extremely important. It's how you earn your living. Without it, you're working at McDonald's. Well, you're not working at McDonald's, but you know the point I'm getting at. If you can't be a physician in practice, then you got a problem with earning and having the same kind of lifestyle that you've become accustomed to. So what should you do besides that? When you get that inquiry from the Iowa Board of Medicine, and after you've contacted the attorney, or maybe just before you contacted the attorney, sit down and write out what you remember. The who, the what, the where, the when, and the hows. Write down about the patient. Sit down someplace quiet and think about the patient, what the problems were with the patient, what problems the patient created, what made the diagnosis difficult, what made your care difficult, what interfered with the treatment program that you set up. Sit down and think about those things. Write them out. Then, before you confer with the investigator for the Iowa Board of Medicine, confer with an attorney. And remember this, you're not going to make any statements to the Iowa Board of Medicine until you've had the opportunity to review the medical records. If you answer before that, you're making the lawyer's job that much more difficult, and when you do that, your attorney's fees are going to increase. All right, what else? Don't make any statements to your partners, hospital administrator, the nurses, your office manager, or anyone else. If they say to you, well, what's that letter about? Say it's the Iowa Board of Medicine want to talk to me. Well, what do they want to talk to you about? It's a medical matter and it's a legal matter, and I need to talk to an attorney first before I speak to anyone, because I don't want to say anything that could be used against any of us. All right, then what else? Your partners may pull you aside and want to talk. I would not do that. You can all talk with an attorney if the attorney is going to represent you all in the partnership, but you want to speak to an attorney in a way that the information you're discussing is kept confidential. That's for protecting you, it's for protecting the patient, and it's for protecting your partners and the hospital. What else? You're going to check your professional liability policy. You're going to pull it out and you're going to look at it. If you don't have a copy, ask the office administrator for a copy. Why do you want to check that out? You want to check that out because under those professional liability policies, they will pay for part of my attorney's fees. In a case we just had, they paid $5,000 a year for my legal expenses. And trust me, it added up to $15,000 in the end because it took over 3 years from the complaint to when I was finished with the case. What else? Do not underestimate the disruption the Iowa Board of Medicine and that settlement agreement can have on your professional practice. If you have board certification, you can lose the board certification if you agree in the settlement to settle. You can lose the right to treat patients under certain health insurance policies if you have restrictions on your license. These are ways that you can save on your attorney's fees, and the first one is always the important one. Get legal advice early. This is Steve Lombardi. I'm coming to you from West Des Moines, Iowa. This is your Legal Minute. I hope it's been helpful. If we can help you, please give us a call or contact us through the website. Have a good day.